Hi, welcome to the Tent Lab's wind tunnel test of the MoonLight 2 Plus version 2 tent. I'm Mike Sikachir, the owner and designer. We try to make these tests as useful for our customers as they are for ourselves, so we do a few things different from other wind tunnel tests you may have seen. First thing we do is we don't take the tents to failure. We want to know how stable the tents are, so we don't smash them. We take them right up to the point where they start to wave around, which is just before they'll probably smash. We do that for each of the unique strength directions the tent might have. And for this tent, that's 4 different directions. And lastly, we don't run these tests with guy lines. So we do attach the rain fly to the poles with the little Velcros underneath. That means what you're seeing is the actual strength of the tent, not the strength of a guy line system that may have been installed. Okay, so the first direction we're testing is the direction into the vestibule of the tent. In the upper right corner, you can see the speed that the wind tunnel's running at. The tunnel's been spinning up for a while, and we're already well above where most backpacking tents would collapse on their occupants. You'll notice the numbers bounce around quite a bit, and that's real. Most wind tunnels don't let you see that. They give you a calculated wind speed based on the power going into the fan. DAC uses an actual anemometer directly in front of the tent out of camera there. So you're seeing the actual speed of the wind that's hitting the tent. We're in the mid-30s and the tent's looking pretty solid, a little jiggling here and there. Hey, looks like the rain fly to tent Velcro came undone on that one, or maybe it wasn't done initially. So you can see those little Velcro to tent connections actually help the tent stay in place quite a bit. Okay, we're getting into the 40s. Tent's starting to move, so let's watch for it. And there we are. Got it up to almost 46 miles an hour. And then they tapered off after they saw it moving around a bunch. That's the way we run these tests. So we're going to call that 45 plus in that direction. Next up, we'll test into the eye pole corner direction. We're going to speed things up here, at least until we get into the 30 miles an hour range. These are usually the first and only prototypes that are tested, so the people at the controls are often a little skittish about pushing things too high. So they've got this knob and they give it just these little nudges, and then they wait for everything to kind of calm down. So if they turn the knob a teeny bit and they see a big jump in speed, they almost immediately turn it back down. And that's what they did right there. 41. Oh, come on. It would have done 40 more than that. I'm going to call it 41 plus. Next direction, directly into the narrow side of the tent. Looks like they're ramping the speed up a little faster this time, so we don't have to fast forward. You can see that cupping on the end wall there, like cupping anywhere really, is kind of making the aerodynamics less effective. So it's actually causing the tent to load. And that's one of the reasons why it's a really bad idea to have stretchy materials or stretchy anchor points to your tent, because it will cause that cupping, which makes the tent load up. We're going to see a nice little speed bounce here. And there it is, 43.4. Okay, next up, in directly into the single pole direction. And that gives us our result for the single pole direction. And applying the wind speeds we got to the other symmetrical sides, this is the result. 40 mile an hour in all directions. Even DAC was impressed with that one. Here's a treat for watching almost to the end of the video. Okay, so, but what does happen if you use guidelines? I let them do this a few times here. This just gives you some idea as to what goes on. As expected, mostly it just sits there. Don't worry though, they're going to turn up the volume a little here. In fact, the version 1 video, they really didn't push it much at all, so I had a whole bunch of footage of that tent just basically sitting there in all directions. So we had numbers, but it could do better. Okay, this is kind of where we left off last time. Okay. High 40s. Nice. Ooh, 50s. Okay, solid 50s. Love it. And we score a 54.5 as DIC stops the test. Hey, was that 56 just then? That was nice. Next one is going to be directly into the vestibule. Sped this up a little here. Let's get to the good stuff. Things are looking a little harsh out there. A 47 mile an hour wind into the broadside of the tent. And we score a 55. But what do we have here? We broke a buckle. Look at it scooting away there. Let's watch that again in slow-mo. Okay, well that was kind of brutal. Not too bad for a 3-season tent. But they broke it, so we don't get the other two directions. I don't think they would have done quite as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you need a nice, strong 3-season tent with all kinds of lovely features, come on by. We'll sell you one.